everybody. Jeff Cowan here from Jeff Cowan's Pro Talk, and I'm back with my first podcast of the year, and I'm so glad that you're here to hear it because it's a great message, great way to start out this brand new year. So let's just jump right into it, okay? You know, when you gamble with your time, you choose your destiny. The year 2021 will be the year of the individual. The individual will define their destiny, and the individual will gamble their time wisely. If we've learned anything at all in 2020, it's that our time is precious. Working from home required us to manage our time with a personal responsibility many had never experienced before. Having an unprecedented amount of time at home with our families and loved ones reset our priorities and forced us to face our lives from the inside out. Self-discipline and motivation became paramount. The old conventions of the workplace where we typically receive structure and direction were replaced with the four walls of our home and the things it contained within. It took us a minute to get our bearings, but when we did, we learned how to efficiently do our jobs from home. That is, if we were lucky enough to have a job that could be done remotely, whether it be in our home office, a bedroom closet, or the garage. We managed our time and took stock of our lives, and a couple of things became very apparent. The circle of meaningful people in our lives is pretty small, and at the end of the day, we are the master of our own destiny. Not our employer, not the government. It's us. I realized that for many, the loss of a job was far beyond anything they could control, but therein lies the problem. If you want control, you have to take control. As the past year has shown us, the alternative is unacceptable. In 2021, the individual will decide on the things that will propel them to where they wish to go, wherever that place is. The answer lies in where you gamble your time. If you've fallen into the trap of feeling comfortable with having others do and decide things for you, then you probably know how badly that can go. You have tough decisions to make if you want to be successful in 2021. Simple things like whether or not you can come or go, when you can come or go, and where you may go have been dictated to us this past year, but that was then and this is now. Hopefully, we've all learned a thing or two about common sense, reasonable behavior, and practical reality. Do I have a job or not? Can I go to the office or must I work from home? How many hours can I work? Can and will the business I'm in survive the pandemic? And if it does, will it include me? If so, in what role? Will my career be the same or will it change? And if it changes, will it still be something I find rewarding and meaningful? Does my job provide sufficiently for the life I want to live? Will the government help me? Should I accept their help? And if the government gives me help, when will it arrive and will it be enough? Human nature and history will tell you that in 2021, the majority of people will gamble their time by waiting on having the answers presented to them. They will wait for help even if there is no rescue in sight. The winners in 2020 set the perfect example of how gambling their time wisely allowed them to excel in extraordinarily challenging times. Most who gambled and took a risk at finding their own solutions to the new work environment were pleasantly surprised by the results. They saw that the only real gamble was to either wait or move forward. They weighed the options, assessed the risk, and met the challenges head on with creative solutions and smart ideas. Who were you relying on to make things happen? Those who decided to become self-reliant knew that there was risk involved, and sure, it was a gamble with their time. But it felt good because perhaps for the very first time they were in charge of their own destiny. Those who played the hands they were dealt gambled their time correctly and won and are continuing to find themselves at the winner's table. Now, I'm not suggesting that every gamble is going to produce success and a windfall. What I am saying is that if you don't try, you'll never know. How did they do it? How did they find the courage and the ability to seek out and achieve success when so many overwhelmingly experience failure, defeat, and financial ruin? They did it by gambling with their time and their talent, and they discovered that it is a huge challenge, and a huge challenge could actually be a huge opportunity. The following 10 points are a guideline to help you figure out your own strategy to taking control of your career, gambling wisely with your precious time, and becoming the master of your own destiny. 1. Don't worry about things you can't control. Take the pandemic, for instance. This is an unprecedented situation. There is no rule book. Of course you have to be concerned about it, but you can't let it run your life. Respect the seriousness of the disease, make well-informed adjustments, follow your common sense and intuition, and push through it. Don't let it consume you. You have far more important things to do with your time, like come up with ways to continue to provide a living for yourself and your loved ones. 2, take the evening news with a grain of salt. We're a little smarter than we used to be about our news reports. We know that not all news is created equal, and facts are no longer objective, but rather subjective, depending on who's telling the story. With that in mind, find out what's going on from many sources, prepare yourself, and overcome the obstacles as best you can. Don't harbor ill feelings. You voted, your guy won, your guy lost. You can't change it. Your focus should rest solely on playing the cards you've been dealt and winning your hand. 3. Learn from the past and move on. Understand that past successes and failures happen because of past circumstances, risks taken, and decisions made at that time. This is a new environment. What do you need to bring to the current situation, and how can you succeed? Past wins and losses are no longer relevant. Today's reality and what you bring to it is all that matters. 4. Forget office politics. Office politics played virtually no role in defining who and what was successful in 2020. Your time is too valuable. You're in business to win. In a pandemic, it doesn't matter who had dinner with whom or who was invited to play a round of golf. Nobody did anything, so it all came down to job performance and who could produce results. Focus on the hand you've been dealt and figure out the best way to play it. It's about substance. 5. Look professional. When you show up for work, whether it be online or in person, look the part. Don't jump on a Zoom meeting or show up to work looking like you just rolled out of bed. Understand that just because you can work from home in your pajamas doesn't mean you should. 6. Don't blame others for your particular challenges. You got laid off. Your business closed. Your hours got cut. You can sit and wait and bet that something will happen, or you can bet on yourself and make something happen. I don't have to look any further than my own family to find examples of great ingenuity during these difficult days. My nephew, who was a leading automotive salesperson in a state that could not decide on whether or not to allow vehicle sales in the first few months of the pandemic, wasted no time. Being kept off the sales floor, he and his best friend pursued their lifelong dream of opening a landscaping service, and it's thriving. My niece, who is a highly successful HR manager, saw the company where she worked for 15 years close because of the coronavirus. Rather than wallow in her unfortunate circumstances, she started her own HR business. It took off immediately because she identified a need for many downsized companies. One of her European clients made her an offer to work as their international HR person at 3 times what she made at her old position, and allowed her to keep her new thriving company. And by the way, she's doing all of this out of her home office, which is located in her bedroom. She shares her home, by the way, with her husband and 5 school-aged children. 7. Double down on personal growth. Read at least 15 minutes a day and commit at least 1 hour a week for personal improvement. Invest in yourself. Seek professional training. Set and have both personal and business goals. Review and adjust those goals the first day of each month without fail. Become a lifelong learner. 8. Perform daily reviews. Review each day's activities, learn from their successes and failures so that you can repeat what works and scrap what doesn't. At the end of each day, review tomorrow's business schedule in order to prepare and hit the ground running the following morning. 9. Show up 30 minutes early for work. Getting a head start on the day ensures that you will be ready for all the day's opportunities. This is when you identify where the challenges of the day will lie, where you need to step up, and where you will need to spend most of your valuable time. It helps to eliminate surprises and allows you to remain in control of your day and ultimately your destiny. 10. When you have nothing to lose, you have nothing to gain. When you truly have nothing to lose, you can push all your chips to the center of the table and bet on yourself. You can actually see it's a safe bet because you know the odds of betting on yourself. It's a whole lot better than betting on someone or some outside force where you have little, if any, control. The year 2021 will be the year of the individual. I realize that there's a significant segment of the workforce that is at the mercy of the decisions of employers and companies. If you don't have a job right now, I'm not assessing blame. What I am saying is that you need to find a way to push through these tough times. You need to have enough confidence in yourself to take a chance and do something you might not have done before. Gamble, roll the dice, be creative and fearless. You got nothing to lose and a whole lot to gain. Think as an individual and don't wait for something or someone to save you. The rock band Molly Hatchet is known for its song titled Flirting with Disaster, and in that song the lyrics include these lines. I don't know about yourself or what you want to be. When you gamble with your time, you choose your destiny. Whether you consider yourself a gambler or not, every day that you get out of bed, you gamble with your time. Choosing to do nothing is a choice that yields very serious consequences. When you do nothing, you're gambling. It might not feel like it, but it most certainly is. I'm suggesting that you take a gamble on yourself and have a hand in deciding your own fate. Be smart with your gamble, and be smart with your gamble when you gamble with your time, because you choose your destiny. Again, be smart how you gamble your time and choose your destiny. Hey, look, if you're looking for new destiny for yourself and you want to be smart with your time and spend it wisely, but you need help in that area, dial this number right here, 1-800-248-2931. If you're already in the service business and you're a service advisor and you want to be the best you can be and you want to maximize your time, I can help you out. If you're a service manager, business owner, and you want to maximize your time and make sure that your people are maximizing their time and spending it wisely, I can help you. If you're somebody watching this and you're trying to decide on making a change, or you've been forced to make a change, you're trying to figure out where to gamble your time, you want to try something new, you're thinking about becoming a service advisor, I can help you do that, and I can help you be the absolute best you can be. That's what I'm here for. 2021 is going to be for the individual that steps up and gambles their time, because they understand that when you gamble your time, you choose your destiny. Hey, my name's Jeff Cowan. I have a company called Jeff Cowan's Pro Talk. Dial 1-800-248-2931 anytime you like, and I'll show you how to spend your time, and I'll show you how to be successful in 2021. I will make you the individual, the person that everybody else wants to be. Go to our website, automotiveservicetraining.com. Contact us through that, or dial me directly at 317-506-1003. I'd love to talk to you and show you how to bet your time so you can choose the destiny that is right and best for you. Between now and my next podcast, I want to say God bless you all. Have a great 2021, and I'll be talking to you soon. Take care.